Hi students, welcome back to our session. Today's session we are going to discuss chapter rational numbers, topic properties of rational numbers. Now the fourth property, existence of additive identity of rational numbers. Existence of additive identity of rational numbers. What is meant by additive rational numbers? Additive identity of a rational numbers. It is nothing but when the additive identity is added to any rational numbers or any rational numbers is added to the additive identity, the rational numbers remain same. Now here we have to check what will be the number when we add with any number to get it remains the same. So here just I am going to write here a is a number. So when you take a is a number, we need to add some value to a to get the value as a. So here plus 0. When you add some number means I have taken here it is 0. So a plus 0, the value it is going to be a. Or if you take a 0 plus a is equal to a. Now here when we add something to that particular number, the value it remains same. So this what we added, that particular value is called additive identity. So therefore we can say here, therefore 0 is a additive identity for rational numbers. For example, I can take a number here, minus 4 by 5 is a rational number. When you add a 0 to it or 0 plus minus 4 by 5, you will get the answer as minus 4 by 5. The same number itself. So here this 0 we used to call it as this zero's additive identity. Additive identity. Okay, now we'll move to the next one. The fifth one, existence of additive inverse of a rational number. Additive inverse of a rational number. Here additive inverse, it is nothing but the negative of a rational number. The negative of a rational number. Is called as its additive inverse. For example, here I can take the additive inverse of 2 by 3. So here the value it is just we need to take a negative of a rational numbers. Just I am going to multiply with a minus. So minus 2 by 3. Next here the additive inverse of minus 7 by 9. So here just we need to take a minus of the rational numbers. So here we have minus 7 by 9. So minus of minus 7 by 9, it is nothing but here 7 by 9. So additive inverse, it is nothing but just you have to change the sign of the rational numbers. When you have here plus 2 by 3, now we got the value as minus 2 by 3. When you have minus 7 by 9, here we got that value as plus 7 by 9. So this we used to call it as additive inverse. Additive inverse, it is nothing but the negative of a rational numbers. We'll call it as its additive inverse. Just we will look into the corollary part. Here we have sum of a rational numbers. The sum of a rational numbers and its additive inverse is equal to additive identity. For example, so I can take here 3 by 5 is a rational numbers. Here the sum of rational numbers and its inverse. So this is a rational numbers. Inverse we are going to get it as sum means just we need to add here inverse. Additive inverse, its additive inverse, it is nothing but just we need to take a negative of this number. So when you take the negative of this number, we are going to get minus 3 by 5. So finally the answer, it will be additive identity. Additive identity is nothing but it is equal to 0. It is nothing but here just I am going to write 0. Let me simplify this value whether we'll get 0 or not. So here denominators are same. So I can write only once 5, 3 plus into minus, it will be minus 3 is equal to 0. 3 minus 3 it is 0. 0 by 5 is equal to 0. 0 by anything the value it is going to be 0. So 0 is equal to 0. We got LHS is equal to RHS. Is it clear now? So if you take any sum of a number and its rational numbers. Okay, now if you take any sum of a rational number and its additive inverse, you are going to get the additive identity. So I can take the number here 5 divided by 13. So 5 divided by 13, I will take minus 5 divided by 13. Minus 5 divided by 13 is a rational numbers and its additive inverse, it is nothing but just you need to change the sign. So we will get 5 divided by 13. So here you need to get the additive identity, it is nothing but a 0. Okay, let me see here, the denominators are same, just I am going to write the denominator once, minus 5 and plus 5. So minus 5 plus 5 it is 0 divided by 13. So here 0 divided by 13, the value it is going to be 0. So finally you can write here minus 5 by 13 is a number and its additive inverse is plus 5 divided by 13. Final, the resultant value you will get as additive identity, it is nothing but 0. So this is the final answer. It is very important. Here the sum of rational numbers and its inverse. Here the rational numbers and its additive inverse. Finally we are going to get that additive identity. So this, it is very important. Okay, now just I am going to recall all the properties of the rational numbers. First one, we have here closure property. Closure property, it is nothing but when you have two rational numbers, I can take here the rational numbers a by b and c by d. If it belongs to the rational numbers means the resultant, the sum of these two numbers a by b plus c by d, both it should belongs to the same rational number set. Okay, now here in the closure property, a by b and c by d, it belongs to the rational numbers means the sum of these two numbers also it should belongs to the rational numbers. If it satisfies this condition means then the closure property it is going to be satisfied. The second one, commutative property, we need to take two numbers a by b and c by d. So these two numbers it belongs to the rational number set. Then it has to be satisfied this condition, a by b plus c by d, it should be equal to c by d plus a by b. Just if you take reverse of that numbers, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So the left hand side and the right hand side values, if you get same, then the commutative property is satisfied. Next we'll move to the third one. So associative property, it is nothing but when you have your three numbers, I can take a by b, comma c by d, and E by F. So in the associative property, the parenthesis brackets, it is very important. So all these three numbers, it belongs to the rational numbers. So I can apply the formula here. This implies A by B plus C by D plus E by F is equal to A by B plus C by D plus E by F. So in this, the very important, just you have to focus on the parenthesis bracket. First you have to add second and the third term, and then later you have to add with the first term. But in the right hand side, first you have to add first and second term, further you have to continue the adding of the third term. If the final answer of left hand side and the right hand side it remains same is, then associative property is satisfied. Next, the fourth one, existence of additive identity. So here just we need to take a number a by b, it belongs to the rational numbers. In this we need to add its additive identity. Additive identity, it is nothing but here we have taken it as 0. So a by b plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a by b. The value it is going to be remains it as a by b. So if it satisfies this condition, then we can say existence of additive identity. Once again I will repeat, when you add additive identity, so this is the additive identity 0. 0 is the additive identity. Additive identity is added to a rational number, or we can take any rational numbers is added to the additive identity. The rational numbers remains same. When it remains same, then we can say here it satisfies the existence of additive identity. Keep in mind, additive identity always for addition it is 0. Next we'll move to the next one, the fifth one, existence of additive inverse. So here additive inverse, it is nothing but when you take a number a by b, the negative of the rational numbers is its additive inverse. Just when you have a by b, it is a positive number, just you have to multiply with a negative, so you will get minus a by b. In case if you have the number minus c by d, so here the answer you will get a minus of, just you need to multiply minus of minus c by d. So minus minus, here it will become plus, so plus c by d. So here you need to keep in mind, when you have the positive number you will get the answer as negative. When you have the negative number, here you will get the positive value. So this is existence of additive inverse. Once again I will repeat, the negative of the rational numbers we used to call it as existence of additive inverse. Here next we have one more added to this property. It is nothing but the sum of a rational number and its inverse, is equal to additive identity. So here just I can take the example, the sum of rational numbers. A rational number, it is a by b, and its inverse. So inverse, it is nothing but a negative of this numbers, minus a by b. So finally you will get additive identity. Additive identity, it is nothing but is equal to 0 you will get. So here a plus a by b and minus a by b, both it is going to be get cancelled, so it remains the answer as 0. So this is added to this property.